22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And off we go from Seattle. Takes it at the 7. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Smith going to go to the air first play. And right away, he lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Now it's Smith. This one goes underneath to Walker, and they'll get him down here at the 23. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And this returnable for Rager. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Under center for the Vikings, out comes the former Michigan State Spartan and longtime veteran Kirk Cousins. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Going to begin the drive here with Madison. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. Now Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Here's Madison running on 1st down. And some space here. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down to score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. And the last drive, their 1st drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt, they're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
On second down, it's Walker. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on third.
Alert! Alert! Hey!
Here's Smith. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Back near the goal line, Cousins. They'll roll him out right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. And he's going to get this up to the 24-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. On 1st and 10, Cousins. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, it's Cousins. Complete. Jefferson the target. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 4 yards on the pickup. Good enough to extend the drive. First down. Here's Cousins. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Madison running left. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Looking left side, and it's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll go Madison up the middle. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw, Cousins. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kirk Cousins, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. See if they can do better here on this drive. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Geno. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Throwing on third down, Smith. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
On second down, this is Madison. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Cousins on first down. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Julian Love picks it. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. So first and 10 now from the 30. Here's Walker to start the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 31, Smith. And on the left sideline, he caught it. According to the headlines, but incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. Smith now to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now Geno on first down. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. Smith trying to get him to the line quickly with the clock rolling. Now Geno. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Marcus Davenport. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. On third down, here's Walker. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. Just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room.
Pass interference. Offense.
Can't do that.
Ezra Cleveland, the guard, called for the penalty there. Cousins now. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Cousins to throw it. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. So we hit halftime with our visit. Well, you can't skip halftime on Sundays, but you can right here. So it's over, and on to the third quarter we march. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. Cousins now to throw on first down. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. On second down, Cousins again. And he's got this to Jefferson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just looking the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Second down, Cousins. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A gain there of 21 yards. On the handoff, it's Madison. 70 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. On play action, Cousins. He'll buy some time right. And this one taken in on the right side. Field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Now a give to Madison. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. From just shy of midfield, Cousins out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Running from the shotgun with Madison. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Justin Jefferson bringing in the slant. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 24-yard line. Here's a give to Madison running right. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Alexander Madison, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Joseph connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the 3rd. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Now here's Michael Dixon. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Madison. A solid stiff arm. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And quickly they get to the line. Play action now. Cousins out to his left. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Cousins. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And they'll work this down inside the 30. They'll run with Madison. Pushes him over. And now he picks up the spare. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 129 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Another carry now for Madison. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now an end around as Cousins will just pop this forward. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Alexander Madison from 3 yards out. And the Vikings up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter. Joseph connects on the extra point, and it is 28-0. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big, you really have like 1 possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter, but do that. And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Evans. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. So a big return there, Charles, on what was a pretty dangerous throw to the outside.
It sure was, Brandon. That's the risk you run on a throw like this. If it's intercepted.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. C.J. Ham taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Vikings start to open this lead even wider here in the fourth. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that makes this 35-0 now. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
To throw again on second down. Smith completes it to Fant on the right side. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Here's Smith. And Walker has it. A little juke. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Geno now to throw. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Smith throwing again. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now Smith. Catch is made by Metcalf. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 13-yard line. From the red zone now, Smith. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's across for the touchdown. Too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. This offense returns to the fold along with running back Alexander Madison. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Going to run with Madison again. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Here's Madison. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it with Madison. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. Here's Madison running on 1st down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Going on the ground with Madison. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Now will stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. From the 3, 2nd and a yard. Up the middle to Wangu. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the 4th, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Fields the squib kick right around the 30. They're going to take this up close to the 30, so really good starting field position. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
I almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk.